Let me give a short intro about myself. So then I'll jump on to the session syllabus, what are the things we're going to cover. And finally, I'll just tell you how I'm going to cover and all those things and the duration, everything. Okay. So my name is Murli. I have totally 8 years of experience in the software industry. Out of my 8 years of in the software industry, so for the past 5 years, I'm into Selenium. So Java plus Selenium. First, I was into manual. Then I jumped on to QTP. Then after that, actually, I'm for the past 5 years, I'm entirely into Java plus Selenium model. Still now, I have trained more than 4,000 plus students on both direct session plus online session. I'm also a corporate trainer for Wipro, IBM, and Cisco also. So these three companies I used to take corporate trainings also. So that's what about myself. So here I'm gonna teach for Java and then Selenium. Every topic I will try to spoon feed you guys. So it's like actually what 70% of the session people will be in a way actually what they don't know anything about actually what programming. Okay, you might be there in the IT industry, IT or CS background, but for past 4 years or something, you're there into your what is it, manual testing over there. So you might feel that actually what you have entirely lost at actually what programming concept. So don't worry, I am gonna start from a person who doesn't know anything about programming, even what is a data type, what is a variable. Okay, from that point only, I'll be taking my entire sessions over there. So every topic, what I'm gonna do, so here means I will take 3 programs. So 1 or 2 programs I will execute, and then 1 or 2 programs I'll make you guys to execute in the session itself. So there will be a lot of interactions in the session. So to make sure that you have understood the concept properly. So why I ask you guys to execute the program is because there will not be any communication gap. I will be teaching in a way that actually what you guys have understood it, but there is also a problem that actually what you also have miscommunicated it. Okay, so that actually what you have wrongly heard it or something like that. So those things we will avoid when you try to execute. Okay, so you will be also feeling that actually you have understood it properly. I also will have get a feeling that actually what I have thought properly. Okay, initial stages actually what you might feel that you don't have any, you don't know anything about how I'm going to interact and then execute it. So no worries. Okay, I'm there always to help you. Okay, so I'll be asking small informations one day at the beginning. Okay, then later on one day I'm going to make you mold properly according to that you can write your own program and then you write your own test case and then you can form your framework, everything. So you guys will be super duper after completing the entire session. Okay, that's the motto of this entire session. Now we'll see the syllabus information. Okay, so syllabus level, actually what I'm going to cover here means, so first I'll be high level, I'll be giving you. So first I'll start with core Java. Then after that, I'll jump onto Selenium IDE. Then after that, I'll jump onto Selenium add-ons. So add-ons here what means? So that is understanding about actually what to find the property information of an element. So how Selenium used to work means, so there will be actually what, this is my web page which I'm going to automate. So when I right click and then when I click on inspect, so every element will have its actually what own properties. See, so this is the property information of that element here. Okay, so we have to actually what understand which property to be taken and then why we need to take all those steps. So that is what we will be learning here on Selenium add-on. So understanding about Firebug, Firefinder, Firepath, okay, then XPath, okay, and along with that actually we will be learning about CSS also. Okay, so all these things actually what we will be learning in a detailed way, so which will be helpful for you to understand the information. Okay, how to actually what get an element property. That's what Selenium patterns will do. Next is Selenium WebDriver. Okay, Selenium WebDriver is what means. So right now we have actually a tool called Selenium WebDriver. Okay, totally Selenium has three versions. One is IDE, RC, and then WebDriver. No one uses IDE and RC in the current industry. Okay, so we actually what going to concentrate entirely on the WebDriver. Okay, Selenium supports actually what web-based testing alone. What is that web-based means? Any application that can be opened through a browser, like either a Chrome or a Firefox or something. Those things are actually what web-based application. So window-based applications is the another part. So that cannot be automated through Selenium. What is the window-based application means? Your calculator, your notepad. Okay, so those things are actually what your window-based application. That is which cannot be opened through a browser. Those things are window-based applications. So we support only web-based application automating through help of Selenium WebDriver. So here we'll see all different kinds of elements that to be automated. Then finally we'll jump on to framework. So framework level we will be covering both JUnit and then TestNG framework. Okay. So JUnit framework we will cover with help of keyword driven approach. Then along with that actually what? And dependencies. Okay. So with help of the and tool, we will support that one, keyword one. So this will be like a very basic framework. Before going to a little bit a complicated one, so we are going to understand actually what how framework is simpler. Okay, so learning a framework is easier only. So that concept and then confidence I'm going to give you on the JUnit framework level. Then after that we will jump onto the TestNG framework. So TestNG framework we will jump on with hybrid driven. So hybrid is what means the combination of the data driven plus the modeler driven. So that's what the hybrid driven here. Okay, so combination of data plus modeler. Here we are going to cover with actually what the page object model concept with Maven dependencies. Okay, along with the exchange reports, everything. Okay, everything we are going to cover over here. Okay, so this will give you actually what and confidence over there actually what you can put over minimum 3 years of experience you have on Selenium. Okay, so all comes by your practice only. Okay, so I am gonna teach actually what from my side by your practice actually what that experience all those things actually what you can put over there. Okay, so if you practice regularly over there you will be so much super skilled so that you can put it over there in your resume that actually what you have work experience on Selenium for more than 3 years. That's the thing. Okay, you can put more whatever experience more than that. Okay, because 3 years experience, 2 years if you're going to put this experience over there, what is the expected interview question is what which is going to come for 3, 4, 5, 6 also. Okay, that's the thing. So here also after that we will cover about the Jenkins and then GitHub. So all these part we will be covering over here. This is what about the entire package of our core Java, Selenium, all those stuffs. Clear guys? Anyone has any questions on this so far? Okay. So can I expect everyone to ping me in the chat window as yes, if you understood everything? Just ping me in the chat window as yes, if you everyone are able to understand whatever I told. Any questions is there also, you can shoot out. If you have understood everything, you can just ping me as yes. Good. Okay, so here, this is the sheet actually what which we are going to cover over here. So for our entire topic. So every topic when I'm going to cover over there, will be adding an information actually as done like that. So that actually what we'll be sure that actually what we have covered all the topics over here. Okay, so when you come to actually what Java level, we'll be covering about data types and variable and what is a global and local variable, functions, static and non-static, string concatenation, if condition, post increment and pre-increment, so method overloading, constructor, loops, if condition, string class and scanner class. That is actually what running your actually what program during the execution time actually what passing an input to the program. That's what scanner class. Then about inheritance. Okay, so all the OOPS concepts will be covering it over there. Then your interface, abstract, arrays, collection arrays, then after that exception handling, then after that package access modifier, and then finally password encoding and decoding, how to encode and decode a password, how to read and write from files. So all these things actually what we'll be covering. So if you see actually what Java level, okay, so Java has been separated into two parts. One is core Java, another one is J2W. So core Java is only 40% of the entire Java. In that 40% also, only 60 to 70% is more than enough for your Selenium to work on it. You don't need to completely know everything also. So that's what I'm saying actually, what learning Java for Selenium is much easier for you. Okay, we'll be covering actually what interview related things, and then after that what are things. Okay, there are some things actually which we'll be learning which will not be needed for our Selenium, but for interview level it is needed for us, so we will be covering that also, but things are easier for you. Okay, that's what. So I'll be trying to help you in a way, okay, spoon feeding level only. So everything we are going to learn in a way about understanding actually what how memory has been allocated. Okay, so how memory is allocated, what is this how memory is allocated means? So that is whenever you write any statement, a program, okay, a line, there is a memory allocation has been done in the backend. So why that memory allocation has been done and when it is done and why it is done, we have to understand. If you understand that concept, learning any programming language becomes easier. Okay, so that is what we are going to concentrate more here. Learning a syntax is not important because that you can Google and get it anything. Learning about memory allocation concept is important. So we are going to concentrate more on that. When you learn Java from my side, learning any other language will become easier for you. So that is what the confidence I'm going to give for you. That's the thing. Okay. Then after that, actually, what we'll jump on to Selenium IDE. So in Selenium IDE level again, how to actually what understand actually what is automation, and then why we need to do automation, and then different kinds of basics level actually what we'll automate. It's just a record and playback tool. So we will record the scenarios and then we will play back the scenario. So in different technologies we will be learning over there. Okay, and then after writing recording the program, if you want to export the specific test case over there, how to do it, all those steps we'll be covering over in the Selenium ID. And then we will be also understanding about Firebug, XPath, CSS, Firepath Finder, XPath, all those things also. So those things we'll be learning in a detailed way. Then coming to the Selenium WebDriver, so we will automate all the different kinds of elements that are available in the browser. Text box, checkbox, button, radio button. In a single page, I want to get multiple elements from the page. How to get it? How to wait for an element, and then how to wait for an element to, sorry, a page to load. Okay. Then browser level, I want to work on backward, forward, refresh. How to take a screenshot. How to close a browser, working on a link, auto suggest, upload and download a file, working on multiple windows, keyboard action, right click, window scroll, drop down level. There are different types of drop down available. One is click type drop down, one is selectable type drop down, multiple selectable drop down, like different types of drop down. All those things we'll cover. Then handling web tables, handling frames, drag and drop an element, working on a tooltip, mouse over actions, working on a calendar, alert, working on different browsers, certificate error. Like that, all the different kinds of elements that are available in the browser, we will try to work on it. Then finally, your understanding about the JUnit and TestNG, and finally, Ant and Log4j we will be looking. And finally, with help of a real-time application, we will try to automate a JUnit framework and then a TestNG framework there. Then finally, Jenkins, GitHub, Wave, and all those steps also we cover over here. Okay. So this is what we are going to cover. So also we cover here extra about TestNG, listeners also will be covering here. So like that, all those things actually we cover. This is about an overall about actually what topics we are going to cover and then how we are going to cover. One more thing. So what are the things actually what I'm going to teach? So what are the documents you guys will be getting? So every session is being clearly documented for you. Okay, so main problem where you guys will face issues means, okay, on installation. Okay, so I'm going to say that actually what you have to install Java, JDK, Eclipse, like that tools we are available, which we need for our actually what to write the Java programs. So those each and every step is being clearly documented for you with screenshots only. Okay, everything is being clearly documented with you for you with screenshots. See, so you guys will not face any problem on any program, any software installation, because if the software is installed, then only you can practice over there. Okay, if you're facing issues on the software installation stuff, means it's a big problem. So that's why actually what I'll try to make it in a very easier way so that you guys will understand how to do it. In case again if you face issues on version level or something, so I'm there always to help you. You can contact me actually what anytime through my mail ID or through my number to make sure that you have installed it properly. Okay, that's it. Every session is being clearly documented for you guys. Okay, so let me show some documents to you so that you get a feeling that actually what you have everything for you. So there are a lot of documents which has been entirely prepared by myself. Okay, so every document is prepared in a way actually what I have trained 4,000 plus students. So my first 100 students actually what when I trained, that time itself actually I started to prepare the documents, because I know the pulse actually what where students will face problems over there. Because so based on their problem statements only actually what these documents are being created from my side, so that you guys will not face issues on it. Okay, again when you come up with any issues or something, so those things also I'll be just thinking of whether to add to any document or something. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do here. So everything actually what you have clear documents for you guys. Then if I come to Selenium, Selenium level also, installation level, and then after that everything has been documented. I'm just running fast over there because these documents I'm going to share to you. Just as of now, actually, what are the documents I'm going to give, how it will be there. Okay, that's what I'm going to give to you. So when you see run through this document itself, you will be understanding it more. Okay, so this is one. The another part is what means everyday session is also will be recorded for you and then sent to you on the same day itself. Because recordings, why I used to send means when I'm going to teach it over there. Okay, so there are some time actually what you might be leave for the day, or you might actually have to rush up in the middle of the session or something, right? So those places actually what yes, yes, Path. So those places actually what the recordings will be helpful for you. Okay, once session has been completed, in another 1 hour, you guys will be getting the recordings also. Okay, that will help you in lot of different ways over there. So how it will be helpful means I will be giving you assignments. So when you're doing the assignments, when you face any issues, so you can run through the recording and then just go to the specific place where I have taught that information, and also for your future reference over there. For all those things actually what those documents will be helpful for you. That's the thing. Okay, even framework level also I made it actually what in a simpler way. Okay, so I can just bet you that actually what my framework you guys will be understanding it in a very easier way. So anywhere you go actually what you will not getting a framework session actually what so much easy how much I'm going to give you. So if you see, so framework level, what I have done over here means, so totally actually what I have been separated into, I'll show you here. So totally two types of framework you guys will be learning. One is JUnit, another one is TestNG. So if you see, totally 7 stages I have been separated here. So what is the 7 stages? Step by step is what actually usually we will be creating the framework. So we'll be adding or we'll be removing some files actually what going further one by one. So if you see, so this is the first level. So what are the things that are present in the project? Then after that, each and every Excel sheet level, what we have, each and every class level, what are the methods we have, and then what that method is going to do. So all those informations I'm going to have here. Then when you come to the stage 2, we will be adding some extra files here. So when we add some extra files, so those things will be given in the green color, so that you will understand what is the change from the previous stage to the new stage. Then coming to the third stage, again, anything that we have added or removed will be in green color. So you know each and every stage, what is the enhancement we have done over here, one by one. So that's what I'm going to give it over here in this. So the seventh stage is the final stage over there for you. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Pat. So the same thing actually. What when you come to the framework level? Okay, JNUT actually what framework, which is a very basic level of framework. Okay, so this is easier to understand. But when you come to the test engine level, it's actually again I'm going to make it little more complicated for the real-time level. How much it is necessary for you? In that way, I'm going to make it. So again, there also actually what I have done means I have made it actually what in a very detailed way again. So how it's going to be differentiated from the previous one to the new one means. Okay, so I'm just showing you. Just give me a minute. It's loading. So first level actually what framework building. So this will give you actually what high level information as what we are going to do. So first I'm going to create a project, then I'm going to have the JRE system. Okay, these are all some technical terms which you will be understanding when you're coming for the session one by one. Okay, so adding some libraries and then adding some POM document. So like that overall level what we are going to do. So that's what will be there in the framework building stage 1. Then again there will be a sheet called stage 1. When you go inside, okay, here again actually what I'll be mentioning over there, setup level as what are the information that we have in every package project, like that. Then coming over there, every file level what information we have, that also I'll be giving here. Then extra one more information is what means, see here right now this is the XML file. So how I have created all those things actually what right now I have mentioned, but even though I have given you screenshots, so there will be a screenshot when you click on this. So here it will be mentioning. So I'll be going to this URL. So I'll be searching for a file name called Selenium Java. Then when you go here, it will show you some versions here. Then if you click on a version, you will get some actually dependencies. So you will copy and then paste it over there in the specific file. So that's the level of actually what information we are given. Then again, if I come down here, I'll be mentioning actually what execution flow. So what does this execution flow means? So when you go for actually what an interview, right? They'll be asking you actually what can you explain me about your framework and then the execution flow. Okay, so this is what your execution flow. The same thing is actually what you're gonna say actually what to your interviewer. So from where my execution starts and what are the files we have, one by one actually what how it goes and then executes, and finally it prepares me a report. So that is what here. So I'm making it actually what so much simpler actually what even a person who doesn't know anything about programming also should be able to follow it. Okay, that's a level actually what I'm trying to do it here. Same when you come to stage 2. So anything that we have added extra newly or removed over there, those informations will be in green color actually. Okay, step by step. Then again when you come over here to the execution flow, here also actually what I'm right now I'm doing it over here right now. So these things also, which are the informations are actually what different, those things will be in green color. That's what. So trying to make it actually what super level actually what you guys should be able to understand it in a very decent way. That's what my motto here on preparing this test cases and then my project and everything. Clear? Any questions so far, guys? Anyone has any questions so far? Okay. Any questions for anyone? Cool. Okay. So now we have seen actually what are the documents I'm going to show you, and then I'll be sending you the recording information for every day I told you. So if everyone is clear, so we'll start on with the session over there. Okay. So anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions, guys, so far? Anyone has any questions? So whenever you have any questions or something, okay, any point of time, you can unmute from your end and then you can actually what? ask me. Okay, anytime you're free to ask any point of time, so that I'll be happy to help you over here. Okay, cool. So we'll jump onto the session for today. So first I'm going to tell you actually how normally a program is executed, and finally actually how a Java program has been executed. So that's what we're going to see now today. So let me show up. So every day actually what are the documents you're saying, any code I'm going to explain, everything actually what you guys will be getting it on the same day itself. Okay, so you don't need to worry of anything. Every documents, recording, and then code files, everything you will be getting on the same day. Good. Okay guys, so we'll start on. So now, right now, this is a normal program level execution. So you might be learned in your your school days or your college days, but as a refresh, I'm trying to say to you, okay. In case if you already know, you guys know about little bit about Java, so just be with me for 3 to 4 days. So I'll run up with the very basics, and finally we'll jump on it, because basics, when you're strong, learning the advanced level things will be so much easier for you. You will feel more comfortable. That's why always we say basics, you should be strong there. Okay. So here, so normally how a program is executed means, okay, we take a notepad or a file, we will write the programs. Okay, so every line what we write in the program will be called as a statements. Okay, so we will be calling it as a statements here. So these program what we write, we'll be calling it as a high level language. Why we call it as a high level language? Because a language which is understandable by us, so that will be called as high level language here. Okay, so which we can understand is high level language. Then that high level language cannot be understandable by a system. So we need to convert to zeros and ones, because a machine can understand only zeros and ones only. So for that we need a translator. So translator is of two types. One is a compiler, another one is an interpreter. So both the translator, what is going to do is it's going to convert the program which is written by me, will be converting it to zeros and ones according to the machine understanding. That's what it's doing. Okay, so it translates but a high level language into a machine level language. Then finally it is given for the CPU for execution. This is how a normal program in a high level when you see it's executed. Okay, so the program what we have written will be converted into zeros and ones, and finally will be given for the CPU for execution. Those translation will be done by a compiler or interpreter. Both do the same execution, but what is the difference between a compiler and interpreter means so simple. You are writing a program which is totally 1,000 lines of code. Okay, so compiler what it will do means it will convert all the 1,000 lines of code, okay, into a machine understandable information, and finally only the execution will be started. Okay, so first it converts and then only it will start the execution. Interpreter what it will do means so simple, that is it will line by line it will convert and then executes it. Okay, first line will be converted, then it will execute, then second line will be converted, then it will be executed, like vice versa, third, fourth, like that it goes on. Okay, so what is the advantage and then the disadvantage in both the things means? So compiler level, okay, it translates the entire statement and then only given for execution. So any errors in the program will be given at the beginning itself. Before execution starts itself, it will give me what is the problem. Okay, so execution start time will be little bit slow, but all the errors will be given and finally will be given for execution. Okay, so interpreter level it is faster level of execution, but if you have any issue over there in the 500th line, once it reaches 500th line, then only it will throw me an error and then stop the program. Then again I need to clear the error, then again I need to run, then again in the 700th line again it will throw me an error. Okay, so stop the execution. Then I need to clear it. Then again 800 flag. So the problem here means only when we go and interpret, that is actually what we will translate the information, right? That time only actually what we will know what is the problem. So that's why whenever there is a problem, it takes time for me to get a problem. That is actually what execution will be a problem. That's the thing. Clear, guys? Any issues on this? Anyone has any question? Okay. Anyone has any questions on this? Any questions? Cool. Okay, guys. So now we have seen actually what how a normally program will be executed. Now we'll see what is the difference of a Java program. Okay, how a Java program will be executed. That's what we're going to see. Okay, how a Java program will be executed means so simple. So right now, so this is my actually what Java file. So here I am write my Java programs, and then I save the file with actually what .java extension. So that is every file actually will be saved with actually what with an extension. So if it is a Ruby file, okay, a Ruby language program, it will be saved with .rb, JavaScript .js. So like that, your Java programs will be saved with an extension called .java. Why? Because any file, when it has been saved with this extension, then only a system will know as what is the type of execution that we need to do in the system level. That's why every file has its own extension there. Okay, so my Java programs are saved with .java extension. Every line will be called as a Java statements. Okay, then these Java statements will be given to the compiler for conversion. Okay, so compiler what will do? So totally 1,000 lines of code is there, entirely will be converted and then finally given for the CPU. But here what it will do means it will not give to the CPU, it will create actually what a dot class file. Okay, and then it will put actually what the converted information into this dot class file. Okay, so this conversion will not be understandable by the machine directly, by the CPU directly. So this can be understandable only by the JVM. Okay, the conversion is done in a way only JVM will understand, that is Java Virtual Machine. Okay, only JVM understands it. Okay, then again that compilation code, the dot class file is being given for the JVM, and finally actually what again one more level of conversion is being done, that is interpreter level of conversion. Okay, so that is being given for the CPU. So now interpreter level again conversion will be done, and then it will be changed to again zeros and ones, then finally given for the CPU for execution. That's what it will do. Clear? So first Java files are being given to a compiler, then a conversion is being done. So all the errors in the program has been identified in that some place. Okay, then only actually what it has been prepared the dot class file. Then after that actually what that dot class file is given to the JVM. Again a conversion level, that is interpreter level of conversion is being done and being given to the CPU for execution. So why actually what these guys do two types of conversion means? Okay, so simple. In olden days actually what whenever actually what I have developed a software right now. So now I want to sell my software. So think over actually what if it is a basket, that's my software application. Okay, so now I have developed it, now I want to sell to the customer. Okay, so now if any customer wants a demo, I need to send my entire code to him. That was a biggest problem. So if I send the entire code to the customer, if he is actually what a genuine customer, not a problem. If he is trying to duplicate my system, okay, when he gets my entire code, okay, the same with that code, duplicating my system is actually what so easier. Duplicating my system is yeah, he will actually what try to write his own code extra, and then after that actually what that guy will create is actually what own new application with some enhanced features, and then he will become actually what a competitor for me. Okay, so I took around 3 years for me to develop the entire application. Within 6 months of code, he will develop a new application and then he will come to the business. Okay, so whatever I spent for 3 years will become a loss for me right now. So in order to avoid that, that's why actually what we will do means, okay, so here the .java file is a human level understanding code. So once actually what compiler converts it, it creates a .class file, which a code can be understandable only by the JVM. No one can see what is my code here. So now when any customers ask me for a demo, I will give them only the .class file alone. Now what will happen? This customer with the .class file actually what? He will be trying to execute and see the demo. So now he will be so much clear actually what? How the application works. So he is also happier, and then my side I am also happier that actually what? My code is safer with me. Okay, that's how actually what Java has been actually what become popular all those things. Now if you see actually what Java is the worldwide actually what is being used by most of the actually what software applications over there. That's why actually what Java is still untouchable. Okay, they have totally 2000 to 2500 developers has developed this Java content over there. Okay, so that's how this is the one application which has been developed with more number of developers. That's why it is more popular. Clear? Any questions, guys? Understand? Everyone has understood what is the difference between the other program execution and then our Java program execution. Okay, we'll still see what is this .java .class file where it will be saved, all those things when we come to the Eclipse level. So now it's a basics you guys have understood. That's it. Clear? Any questions for anyone on this? So here again, there are some technical terms that you need to understand here. So I told JVM. What is JVM means? Java Virtual Machine. Another one we have JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment. So simple. What is a Java Runtime Environment? Every software will have its actually what own place in the system that they can run their programs. Okay, so the Java runtime environment is a place where it will help me to run my Java code. That's the thing. So that is what Java runtime environment. So where this JRE will be there, all those things, I will be telling you by tomorrow session. Okay. So here another one we have JDK, that is Java Development Kit. Okay. So normally when we actually what download and install Java, we get actually what JRE alone. Okay, so there is another concept called JDK, Java Development Kit. So what is the Java Development Kit means? So the entire complete set of actually what Java. Okay, so in our Selenium level actually what when we come to framework, we need this actually what JDK also. So normally to execute actually what basic programs, JRE is more than enough for us for execution. But Selenium level actually what when we go for framework level execution, we will be integrating it actually what other third party tools. Okay, so for example, Excel sheet is there. So I want to integrate and then I want to read and write some data over there. We need this actually what JRE. Extend report is there. That's a third party tool that we are going to integrate and prepare a report. So for all those things, we need this actually what the Java development kit. So when we install the Java development kit, we get the entire information of Java, your JRE, JVM, JDK, compiler, everything will come and sit in our system. Okay, so that's what actually what your JDK. Clear? Any questions so far? Okay, cool. So that's it for today. So I'm gonna stop with this today. So today what we have learned still now actually what means. Okay, so just simple. I have just given a overview. Just give me a minute. So I just given an overview about documents, code files, recordings that I will be sending to you. So what are the informations when you are going to end of the session? Once the session has been completed, completed means that for that day. Okay, once it has been done, So what are the documents you'll be getting? Code files you'll be getting, recordings will be set. Okay, that I told you. Then overview about the syllabus. Overview of syllabus we saw. Then also we saw about the how a program and Java program will be executed. That's it. Okay, that's it what we have seen for today. So tomorrow we'll see about actually what download and install Java, okay, and JDK. Then after that, download and use Eclipse. So there is a tool called Eclipse where we can write our Java program. So before in olden days, actually what everyone used to write in a notepad and execute the Java programs with the command prompt. But now actually what no one uses in that type. So everyone actually what executes the code through help of actually what your Eclipse. Okay, there are a lot of tools available in the market to execute your Java code. So Eclipse and NetBeans are famous tools. In that we are going to see about Eclipse here. Okay, then after that we are going to see how to create a workspace, project, package, class files. Then finally write a hello world program. Okay, that's what tomorrow we're going to see. Okay, so I'll be going in actually what slowly, a little bit slow speed only at the beginning. Okay, why means so that you all will be so much strong on basics over there. Then finally we will jump on to the complicated level. Okay. Okay, guys. Anyone has any questions so far? Okay.
Hello,
and
Murli.
Yeah. Hey, hi, Ritu.
Hello, Murli. I'm Ritu.
Hey, hi, Ritu.
Can you please tell me about the assignment process? Is how when
Yes.
will you give us assignment or?
Superb. Yes. So from my side, I will be giving assignments like this. So every class when you go, there will be assignments for you. So I'll be giving actually what assignments in a way. So a lot of assignments actually what will be giving you. So assignments will be given in a way. So if today what topic I have taken. So for example, at the beginning level, so you will be having actually what how to download install Java JDK, create a workspace project package like that. So I'll be giving on that day topic what I have covered. So that will be an assignment.
Hi, Mulli. This
Hey,
is
hi, guys. Hey, hi, Narajan.
Yeah, just I want to know one thing. Actually, as for your syllabus, you told us that you will extend us 2 frameworks, correct?
Correct.
So, but which one, as for the experienced candidate, which one will be the best we can put in our resume and
Yes, good question. So the TestNG framework is what being used worldwide right now. So JUnit is actually what a older type framework. So before actually what everyone were using TestNG, JUnit. Now everyone shifted to TestNG because it has some advanced features. So that's why actually what we all are going to cover actually what on the TestNG framework.
so then TestNG is because it's a core Java. That's why you are taking about TestNG or JUnit. It is different to C# or something like that.
No. That is JUnit or TestNG. Both things works on actually what Java. Okay, so totally Selenium supports 7 languages. Okay, any language you go, we can use JUnit or TestNG. Okay. So the TestNG and JUnit is what is a kind of a tool which helps us to form the framework here.
So the same framework people might be using in if they are in C# or Ruby or Python.
Yeah, it's like actually what JUnit or TestNG you can support actually what all the 7 languages because of Selenium supports. So you can use it for the other language also. Okay. So now we are going to take with Java and then we are going to use a Selenium to support actually for the TestNG framework and the JUnit framework.
Okay, fine.
Good.
Fine.
Any questions, guys? Okay, thank you.